So, the Gospel of Matthew tends to focus on references to the Old Testament, and it does this repeatedly using phrasings like might be fulfilled. One example is with the birth of Jesus, where it says, "Now all this took place, that what was spoken by the Lord through the prophet might be fulfilled, saying, Behold, the virgin shall be with child, and shall bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel," which means God with us. And so, many references to the Old Testament. Basically, Jesus is throughout the Old Testament ready to be discovered, and Matthew's kind of pointing out, or Jesus is pointing out, through Matthew, that it should be something that we're noticing when we're reading the Old Testament. And so the question that comes next is, why should, people that don't know the Old Testament care that Jesus fulfills the Old Testament? Well, because the point is that if you're fulfilling something that was predicted in the past, odds are is that you have some kind of authority and power. And in this case, Jesus is claiming to be God, right? This person that's fulfilling this Old Testament prophecy. I think some scholars have found 574 verses in the Old Testament that somehow point to or describe or reference the coming Messiah of Jesus. And so that already is a pretty powerful witness. If you had any friend that, was able to predict the future, you would start listening to them even when they said things that seemed kind of out there. And so, I believe, that Jesus is the Son of God, and I think that the fact that he was able to be prophesied about beforehand really supports his, message.